Well, hello there again, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Grab that cup of coffee because I'm Paulie and this is Paulie's Power Hour. Alright, so you might notice that I'm back in the bitchin' Camaro. I'm headed over to Rich's house right now as we are about to pull the motor out of the Malibu. Why am I pulling the motor out of the Malibu, you ask? Well, it's a 200,000 mile short block and it's got dookie for oil pressure. And that's not good. My plan with the car is to be able to drive it anywhere I want to drive it to. Whether that be Turkey Rod Run, which we're going to talk about in a second. I really want to do Hot Rod Power Tour if it comes back in 2021. And everything else in the car is new. The rear end is new, the transmission is new, except the motor. The motor was a 200,000 mile short block that they put heads, cam, and intake on. It made 500 horsepower, which is admirable. And then they beat the snot out of it. And then it went on this little press tour, and everybody else beat the snot out of it. And then I got it, and I beat the snot out of it. So I've got poop for oil pressure, and I'm just going to make it right. I'm going to do it right the first time for once and put a fresh build in there. We're going to be pulling it out, and it's going to go to Burke's Machine Shop, local here to Pensacola, where they're going to do the work on it for me, which leads me to my next point. So all of this is leading up to the Daytona Turkey Run, or what we call the Turkey Rod Run. I think they called it Turkey Rod Run way back in the day, or Hot Rod Run, or maybe, or something like that. But now it's just the Turkey Run. But all the old school guys like me that have been doing it for many years, we call it the Rod Run. And right now, this video series is going to be documenting what I'm going to call the Road to Rod Run. And yep, we're going to live this together, and then it's going to end ultimately, hopefully, with us taking the Malibi to Turkey Rod Run. There's a bunch of other stuff we got to do first. Really, it needs defrosters. That's going to kind of have to move up the list here soon. I'm going to flush the firewall, clean the firewall up while the engine's out. I'm going to repaint the frame and everything. I guess without further ado, I'm going to finish this driver and get to Rich's house. And we're going to start taking this thing apart. I'm going to document it all. Alright, bar is out. This all ready to come off. Funny thing is, these holes are to get these bolts out of here, which is great, except the bolt that's right here. It's on the furthest part of this hole, so I'm gonna have to disconnect all these power steering lines. My hope was that I would be able to not have to worry about bleeding the power steering when we were done, but alas, that's not the case. Piss. Okay, so here's where we're at. Intake's about to come off. And not that I was going to call anybody a liar anyway, but this is indeed a 6.0. That's always good news. So now we're going to take off the fuel line. Here. Go ahead. I got it. Grab me another... Facts. Okay. Yep. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. So we decided we're pulling the trans and motor together. Drive shaft is out. Trans is draining, and I am going to take the shifter off, but I'm first going to make a note that it is indexed at 11 o'clock. Looks like a mess under here, but the exhaust is disconnected. I'm going to go ahead, remove the O2 sensor. Transmission cross member is out. Trans is draining. And then we are going to pull them out together. Alright, hang on. The transit's starting to drag. We got to pull it forward a little bit. Oh, shoot. Alright, there we go. That's good.
Not sure how high this ram goes.
I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah.
This plate is leaking, and there's my hydraulic throwout bearing, and then we'll get the rest of the bell housing off, examine the clutch, see how bad it is. Alright, so there you have it, folks. Motor's out. First order of business is going to be getting rid of the rest of this this fiberglass box right here, and I'm going to have a plate that's going to go over it, and it's going to make the firewall flush and clean and nice. And then after that, it's going to be painting in here. All of this that's rusty, we're going to paint, make it look nice. And, you know, some of the wires, we're going to paint the firewall, make it look really nice. Rich was nice enough to pressure wash in here, and yeah, so that we're just going to go ahead and put it back together as soon as I get the motor back. So there you go, that's the plan. There she is. She's going to be fine. Don't worry, Tony, she's in good hands now. So with that being said, we're going to clean up here and we're going to go get lunch. So y'all keep between the ditches and you come back to see me.